What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Littleroot Lettering. So today, Carl's put together for me a Gouging Fire team because I think this mon is really sick and I really wanted to play with it. So here we are. So the whole idea is we're gonna try to set up like a dragon dance. We have clear amulets here, so we're not gonna be able to be intimidated by the Incineroars and Landos running around. And because we are currently neutral to Urshifu, we might as well be able to tear our way from that neutrality and make it a resistance at the minimum going to Terra Gracier. Being fire type means that we can't be burnt, so it just really has a lot of things that make it set up to be a very powerful sweeper here. Notably, we have it paired next to Whimsicott here so that we have Sunny Day to be able to boost its photosynthesis. We have Tailwind so we can boost its speed. And, we have Fake Tears and Solar Beam here, which is actually really sick thanks to our Sunny Day. Fake Tears is going to make Fluttermane just do a ton of damage as well as Landorus. And, yeah, the rest of the team is pretty self-explanatory. We have Follow Me plus, Ogerpon doing its thing up there. Iron Hands be able to have Fake Out so we can try to get a Dragon Dance up. Yeah, this team looks really sick on paper, and I'm very, very excited to try this out. So we're going to jump in and see how quickly we can climb up a few ranks here, hopefully today. First up, we have a Raging Bolt Metagross team here on the other side. I actually really like the idea of what they've got going on. But they don't have speed control, and we do, so I feel like we're already at an immediate advantage. The fact that we're Covert Cloak means that we're not going to be able to be faked out by either the Rillaboom or the Incineroar as well. So I actually feel really good about just doing like Whimsicott plus Gouging Fire stuff here. Trying to really just immediately pressure them. And then Fluttermane's really interesting. If we're able to deal with a Metagross, then I think Fluttermane actually cleans up this team very well. Which, we also have Gouging Fire and we have like Lando here that we can bring to really threaten them. If we do that, are we too weak to Urshifu? Do we need Ogerpon over like Lando and just really be reliant on Gouging Fire to take out the Metagross? I don't think so. I think this is probably fine. I think the idea of bringing Ogerpon is probably okay. But Landorus is also going to give us another answer to the Raging Bolt, which I think could be problematic for us since we don't have dragon coverage on our Gouging Fire. So yeah, I like these four. Let's lock this in. I am really excited for this because I have not seen what Gouging Fire actually looks like in game yet. So I'm excited to see how good this animation, how good this model looks. Love it. I love him. I love everything about him. Alright, so I don't want to set Sunny Day here because then it's going to give Raging Bolt their photosynthesis boost, and I don't want to deal with that. I think I'm just going to set Tailwind here. And I think I'm actually just going to swap into... I can go into Landorus. I think going into Fluttermane is probably safer for us. Just because if this is Fake Out into Whimsicott, it's fine because we have Covert Cloak. If this is Fake Out into Gouging Fire, then we're immune. Photosynthesis is going to trigger here thanks to our booster energy. Going to give us our plus speed. Fake Out into the Fluttermane. Perfect. We are going to set our Tailwind. And they're going to set up a Calm Mind. Pretty expected turn here, I think, all things considered. So now, I'm going to go for a Fake Tears. I'm just going to Moonblast them. I'm going to make them real sad, hopefully. They could Terra away. Could Terra steal here. That is something that could happen. Yep, as we do see the Terra presumably This is going to be Terra Water? Yeah, Terra Water. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that's not a resistance, so... -1. This is going to smack. It's going to smack really hard. Thunderclap does less than half. Moonblast does just over half. Full Blitz is going to take out the Whimsicott here, but that's kind of fine. Like, Whimsicott did everything it needed to, so, like, pretty alright in the position we're in there. They could protect the Raging Bolt this next turn. I think I'm just going to go into Landorus here, go for, like, a Sandsear Storm. They can't Thunderclap my Landorus. I think Sandsear Storm is probably okay here. I could protect, try to bait them out into doing a Thunderclap into Fluttermane, pick up the KO with the Sandsear Storm. Is that going to be enough from this range? They are at -1. They could swap out as well. I think protecting Fluttermane here is pretty safe. I need Fluttermane to stick around to be able to deal with Urshifu in the back that they could potentially have here. But they also could be Aqua Jet on their Urshifu, which if that's the case, then we're not in a great position. But if there's Scarf, I think we're fine. Since your Storm is going to come out, they do protect. And we missed the Landorus. Sick. Alright, so this is just a nothing turn. They attack into my protect. I miss. So I think now Dazzling Gleam should be enough to KO from this range. So do I want to go for a Sandsear Storm because it is going to be more damage into the opposing Landorus, into the opposing Incent? I think so. I think that's still just fine. Earth Power might be enough to actually KO. I'm going to go for an Earth Power. And we're going to go into the Raging Bolt because I want to guarantee the KO into it. And I don't want to have to... Oh, that's really bad. That's really, really bad. Oh, that's really bad. Yep, Thunderclap's going to be enough to KO me now. Also because I misclicked, but... Did not play around Helping Hand Incent. But we do take out the Raging Bolt, so... Fine. Not great, but fine. It's weird that Incineroar gets access to Helping Hand now. Not something I am used to. Assuming this is, yeah, Urshifu coming out. So I'm going to Terra Poison here to get rid of my water weakness, and we're going to go for a Sandsear Storm. And I think I need to go for a Dragon Dance here, so I can just try to outpace this thing. And I think they're going to try to target down the Landorus. I think it's the bigger threat for them. Surging Strikes into Gouging Fire isn't actually going to do all that lot. Gouging Fire, pretty bulky, all things considered, so feeling alright with that one. They are most likely Scarf there. Sandsear Storm does double connect. We do pick up the Landorus, we pick up the Incineroar, and we're going to get our Dragon Dance off here for free. Pretty good turn for us, all things considered. They did just under half with the Searching Strikes. They do have Metagross as their last. Okay. I would really like to KO here. So we're going to go for an Earth Power there to try to KO. Burning Bulwark. So does this have a chance to burn on every hit of Surging Strikes? Because they are still making contact. I don't know how that works. I think we can live another one though. I'm just going to go for a Flare Blitz into the Metagross. Come on. Come on. +1 Flare Blitz. Bye, Metagross. And then Earth Power is going to pick up the KO here. Woo! I don't think I played that game well, but I played it well enough to get the W, so... So in hindsight, I think Landers was correct for us over Ogerpon. I think it was able to really put on a ton of pressure against our opponent, who brought 3 Pokemon who were weak to it. And their one answer to it, they were too focused on taking out the Gouging Fire. I do need to remember that Incineroar gets access to Helping Hand now, which is something that I am not used to. And I mean, it cost me my Flutter Mane there, right? On top of that, I also misclicked, so even had I not, it would have still lived. But the turn that they went for the Protect, I think the Protect was pretty telegraphed, so I should have just gone for the Earth Power into the... Oh, excuse me. Go for the Earth Power into the Incineroar to pick up the KO on it. They then bring out Urshifu, and I'm not in a great position there. But I can go for like a Dazzling Gleam instead. Just do a ton of chip damage on both. They have to have like exactly Aqua Jet to punish me. So I can just do like Sandsear Storm plus Dazzling Gleam, and Thunderclap plus Aqua Jet would have to be their choice. Because I have Tailwind plus my speed boost, so I'm going to be able to outspeed Urshifu. But yeah, I think that was like the big misplay turn, is going for Sandsear Storm, which had it hit, it also would have KO'd the Incin. But I think just guaranteeing it by going for the Earth Power there, reading to Protect. Because I even said, I think there's a chance to Protect here. And if they do that, then Thunderclap isn't enough to KO my Flutter Mane the next turn. And we're in a really good position from there. So, yeah, little things that can make a big difference are something that I still need to get better at, right? Like, I'm sitting here trying to talk through a line that, I missed. So, let's jump right into another one here. Primarina, Incin, Farigiraf, Blood Moon, Dusclops, Rillaboom. Okay. So yeah, they're going to be very hard Trick Room here. So Whimsicott's not looking its best. Ogerpon does look really interesting, so as a way to just like sitting in front of Primarina and ignoring them. Iron Hands also looks very enticing. Do I want to do Gouging Fire things here? Does it make sense to try to do Gouging Fire things here? Not particularly. I don't really have a great answer to their Blood Moon outside of exactly Ogerpon. I guess I have Iron Hands as well. So I think I like Ogerpon plus Iron Hands up front. And I think I want something like Gouging Fire, Landorus in the back? I don't think Flutter Mane makes a lot of sense here, seeing how they have 2 immunities. I mean, I guess their only real way of hitting it is like Rillaboom, but I'm good. I think leaving Flutter Mane home is probably fine here. Let's try something like this, see what we can do. Alright, it is going to be Dusclops plus Incineroar. So this could be like a parting shot coming out. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Could be a parting shot. Could be a fake out. They're going to see my mask, and they're going to see my AV. Frisk not doing them a lot of favors here. Like, they're getting Trick Room up, right? So the real answer is, like, what do I want to do? I think staying in is probably fine. I'm going to go for an Ivy Cudgel, I think, in the Incineroar. Let's try this hard press. Bonk. Good golly. I was not expecting that much damage. And here comes the parting shot into the Wellspring. That's fine. I'm probably going to pivot it out next turn anyway, just to get rid of those stat drops. They're going to probably bring in Blood Moon here. Maybe going for a Drain Punch into that slot was fine. Oh, they're just going to bring in Littleroot. Okay. So yeah, that gives me a free pivot into, like, Gouging Fire there next turn. Got it. Not a lot of damage. But we were also at -1, so... Alright. So we're going to pivot out into Gouging Fire. I kind of like doubling out here. Getting rid of all these stat drops, I think, is probably acceptable. I don't anticipate them going for like a Grassy Glide into the Iron Hand slot. I don't think that makes a lot of sense. So pivoting Landorus there is fine. Okay. They're just going to U-turn off my Gouging Fire. Presumably back into Incineroar. This could be Blood Moon coming out now. It's going to be Primarina. So no Blood Moon. Okay. So their biggest threat that I was really worried about they didn't bring. So that's really good. Let's see. 2 turns of Trick Room. 3 turns left. I think going into... I think staying in is actually fine. I think I want to Dragon Dance here. And I think I want to Terra Poison, go for a Sludge Bomb into the Primarina. I don't anticipate them reading Terra Poison here and going for like a Hyper Voice, trying to KO the Landorus here. So by Terraing away from our water weakness, I think this puts us in a okay position here. If there's a Hyper Voice, is not going to be enough. They're going to get their Throat Spray activated. We're going to get a Dragon Dance off. And then Sludge Bomb is going to KO them. Because they're not Assault Vest. Perfect. Perfect turn. So now I also resist Grassy Glide coming out from the Rillaboom, and because I'm no longer a flying type, I get Grassy Terrain recovery on my Landers as well. I have a feeling this is probably Incineroar coming out, which they're going to be sad because I'm going to show my Clear Amulet. So I think I'm gonna go. Do I anticipate them going for a fake out into Gouging Fire? Because if not, I can go for a Flare Blitz. I actually think going for Flare Blitz into the Dusclops is fine regardless. And I'm going to just protect Landorus this turn to get a little bit of recovery. Because I think they're going to try to target down the Landorus to remove it, because I think they see it as a bigger threat currently. Okay, no fake out at all. Just going to be a Nightshade. Could be a Parting Shot into that slot as well. It's going to be a Darkest Lariat into Gouging Fire, though. Not going to do a lot. +1 Flare Blitz. Does about half into Landorus. All things considered, that's pretty good. And we get the burn. Okay. So that is going to bring us just under half on Gouging Fire, but I can also Burning Bulwark to this next turn to protect. I don't think that burn really matters, but it is nice to have. So yeah, we're just going to... This is last turn of Trick Room? Yep. Do I go for the double on Landorus? If I get it, it's really good. And if I don't, like, I lose Landorus, which I'm going to lose Landorus regardless. So do I want to pivot out? Does Landorus do anything for me in this endgame? It actually lines up really well against both of their threats in the back of, like, Ensign and... Ensign and Rillaboom. The problem is like, if they Parting Shot this turn, I'm in a not great position. I think I'm just gonna protect. I think I'm just gonna double protect this turn. And I get it. Cool. So now they can't Parting Shot off of me. Burning Bulwark's gonna prevent me from being hit. They can't go for Parting Shot into Gouging Fire either because I have Clear Amulet. They're just going to Darkest Lariat. Okay. So then this turn I can Flare Blitz the Dusclops and go for a Sandsear Storm. Alright, Grassy Terrain is now over. I should have the fastest things on the field. Yeah, we will just go for a Flare Blitz here. Do I need the Sandsear Storm, or can I go for just an Earth Power? I think getting the spread damage is actually good here for us. If we connect on Ensign, it probably KOs Ensign. And Flare Blitz might be enough to KO the Dusclops anyway. I think I'm just going to go for the Earth Power into Ensign. I think KOing it is probably more important. And if Trick Room goes back up, like, I don't really care. Okay, so they are going to go down this turn. But Ensign goes down as well. So now it's going to be Rillaboom versus my 3. Under Trick Room. Or my 4. Yeah, because I don't actually lose Landorus here either. So I don't see how I lose this game. I'm up 4-0. I'm up 4-1, excuse me. They have a Rillaboom. It's just resetting Grassy Terrain. So I'm just going to double protect this turn. To stall out their fake out turn. They're gonna Terra. They're Terra Fire. That doesn't look very good in front of my Landorus. They could have like Stomping Tantrum. Yeah, they just go for fake out. But yeah, Stomping Tantrum could actually hurt. So, I mean, I'm just going to go for a Flare Blitz here. Go for an Earth Power. They can't KO both my Mons. And by them Terra firing, I have Ogre Pawn in the back that can just Ivy Cudgel them and make them sad, so. Yeah, Grassy Glide is unfortunately not going to be enough, and Earth Power will be. Sick game. I was really worried about Blood Moon, and in reality, I do think that Blood Moon would have been much better for them than Primarina here, but I think the Terra Poison Landorus was really the standout like mon in that game. It just checks so many of their threats so well. The fact that like we were able to KO the Primarina before it was able to really do anything, and then the fact that we lined up well against both Ensign and Rillaboom, I think really makes Landorus into a formidable foe at this point for opponents. I really do think that Landorus is kind of underrated, and should definitely be something that people look more into. Grimmsnarl, that's kind of rude. Grimmsnarl is pretty rude. So Raging Bolt makes me really want to bring like Whimsicott and just fake Tears plus Fluttermane them. I think I like that. I do think this is like Gouging Fire plus Landorus in the back. I don't think Hands lines up particularly great here. And I don't think I really need Ogre Pawn. Yeah, I like these. I like this mon. I like this set of mons. We're kind of weak to Landorus, maybe? But I feel good about everything, so... we don't need to set Tailwind because we have speed priority already over them with Fluttermane. If they go for Fake Out into Whimsicott, it doesn't matter because I'm Covert Cloak. This is where like playing best of one, like closed team sheets is actually pretty okay for us because there's a lot of things that they're not gonna know that are gonna line up well for us. Alright. What do you got, opponent? I'm hoping this is just Raging Bolt. Okay. This is also just fine. The question is do I mean, I'm definitely fake tearsing the Landorus. The question is do I Terra and go for like Degleam, or do I just stay as is and go for a Moonblast into it? Because like getting the extra chip damage on Grimmsnarl will be good. Most likely going to set Light Screen. So I think getting the extra damage from Moonblast is probably preferable. Just try to take out this Landorus before it's a problem. They are going to Terra. Could be Terra Poison. Yeah, okay. So going for Shadow Ball actually would have been better for us, but it's still fine. This is still going to do a major chunk. Now they're going to set Light Screen. Oh no, they're going to Thunder Wave. Okay. Had not considered that an option from Grimmsnarl. So now they're gonna outprice. Oh, I'm still faster. And had I just gone for Shadow Ball there, we're in a really good position. Now I'm gonna Tailwind. I could Shadow Ball now. I actually think I'm gonna Moonblast the Grimmsnarl. I think they're gonna protect Landorus this turn. Yep, perfect. Now my Tailwind goes up. Now Grimmsnarl does whatever it's going to do. Nope. Okay. Bye, Grimmsnarl. Oh. Didn't expect it to survive there. Spirit Break is going to be enough to take me out, though. That's fine. So now I can bring out my own Landorus. They can't Thunder Wave that one. I am a ground type. I mean, I don't want to set Sunny Day because I feel like they're going to have Raging Bolt in the back. So I'm just gonna fake Tears the Landorus, I guess. And Sandseer Storm pick up the double. Really wish we had like Moonblast or something on Whimsicott here instead. I think the Solar Beam is just a little too cute. But I am faster. I miss their Landorus, naturally. Cool. The one I wanted to KO, I miss. So I'm assuming this is like a Sludge Bomb into my Whimsicott. Take me out there. Yep. Okay, so now I get to bring out Gouging Fire and try to Dragon Dance up in front of them. Yeah, had we had Moonblast there, I think we're in a much better position because then I can guarantee the double. If Incense gonna come out. They're not gonna fake out my Gouging Fire, I don't think. I'm just gonna Dragon Dance. Oh, but if I don't, I'm gonna get. Yeah, I think this is just a double. Oh, excuse me. I think just double protecting here is just fine. No swaps from our opponent. Unfortunately, this is going to burn a turn of our Trick Room. I mean, turn of our Tailwind, but there's the fake out into Landorus. And Earth Power into Gouging Fire. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to take out their Landorus this turn and Dragon Dance up. I still have Terra. Do I want to Terra Grass here? Does that do anything for me? I think this allows me to go for Sandseer Storm over Earth Power. Because I really want to get extra damage in on the Incineroar here as well. So if I can actually do so, that would be really great for me. They're going to protect Landorus. That's completely fine. Come on, Landorus, don't disappoint me. Okay. Good half. Good half to Incin. I get my Dragon Dance up. They're gonna go for knockoff and make me lose my life orb. Okay. Tailwind is now over. But I am going to outspeed their Landorus. So Flare Blitz will be able to take it out. And then I'm going to Earth Power the Incin, which should be enough to take it out. Okay. We're a very bulky boy, so recoil's not really going to be all that much here. And Landorus is still going to outspeed their Incin, so we should be able to pick up the Incin here with a Earth Power. Okay, perfect. That's what I mean, man. Landorus is just in such a well-placed position in this format, I think. And they do have Raging Bolt as their last. I'm going to Dragon Dance. And they have Terra, so Earth Power is going to slap here. They can't Thunderclap my my Landorus either, so... How much does this do? Good lord! No lefties. So they're going to protect this turn, most likely. Maybe. Do I have any reason not to just attack? I don't think so. If they protect, it's fine. Okay. Cool. I was gonna say I don't see any reason that not attacking is the correct play. If they protect, they just gain recovery, but a +2 Flare Blitz is still going to be enough to KO them. If they Calm Mind, it actually puts me in a worse position if I don't attack. So just attacking, I think, is always just the correct outcome there. Yeah, I think that was a just like perfect example of what our team was trying to do. So a pretty clean 3-0 today, all things considered. But let's talk about the team. Honestly, I think everyone came out to play today. The one thing I would change is I want Moonblast on Whimsicott over Solar Beam. I think it's just a little too much because like otherwise Solar Beam doesn't do anything unless you have Sunny Day up, and there was multiple times I didn't want Sunny Day to be up because it's going to boost my opponent as well. So I really do think that like dropping Solar Beam for Sunny Day for Moonblast is probably preferable. Iron Hands was fine. It didn't do anything really. It came against our one Trick Room opponent, and there was actually a second Trick Room opponent that you all are not going to see because we had a DC in like turn 4. But yeah, I mean Hands came there as well. But yeah, I think this team was very well constructed. Gouging Fire was an absolute powerhouse. I think the true MVP from today though is Landorus. I think Landorus is just super underrated and is going to continue to be a powerhouse in Reg F, just like we said it was in Reg E. The fact that we are able to now pair it with like Fake Tears from Whimsicott, Whimsicott was really good on this team, and it didn't seem like it, right? The Fake Tears makes it where Fluttermane and Landorus are able to do so much more damage than they already do, and that's saying something because there was multiple times where just like, well, that's a KO, and so, you know, it's really astronomical how much of a difference Fake Tears can do for these mons with, in a format where bulk is key, right? So I do think that, like, Whimsicott Fluttermane is going to be a mirror breaker for opposing Fluttermane, as well as, like, Landers just being able to outpower your opponent's team as a whole. So that's going to be it for today, everyone. Again, huge shout-outs to Carl for putting the team together for me, and I think that's going to be it for today, so thank you all so much. Have a good one. And until next time, peace.